get, because you realize that city and state government, your vote really counts, right? You vote and things go through a lot smoother. But the higher up in government you get, your vote begins to dwindle. It begins to dwindle. It gets down to these microbial matters. Like, the vote is a very small portion of everything else in the total amount of things that has to happen for the president of the country. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about voting now. The more that I've read and learned, and I can honestly say this Trump presidency has made me educate myself on how this works. That it's not cut and dry. It's not a cut and dry process. It's a very complicated process. And our votes are like only a fourth of the process of things that happen. You know what I'm saying? So sorry to all you guys that's getting upset, that's saying, oh, he shouldn't be doing this and he don't have to do. He can legally do everything that he is doing. Nothing that he's doing is illegal right now. Like nothing. Except for, I mean, not even, we got to listen to his whining and complaining and all of that. Totally merited. There is, we totally cannot stop it because he's not doing anything illegal. So it can't be stopped. He can't be hushed. Just because Biden has 290, some stations say 279, some stations say that acknowledge whatever map. That doesn't mean that he's president. There's another process that goes on behind that. So it sucks, but this is where we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, on both sides, whether you are pro-Trump or whether you are pro-Biden, this is a process and this is where we are. And it just has to be followed through to the end. So there can be a clear victory in process one of everything. So we're in process one. You know what I'm saying? We're still in process one. So, old girl now signing over this money to start the new situation. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it because I'm pro-Biden. However, we've got to follow through. So I understand it. I definitely understand it. And it does need to happen because with a person like Trump, he's going to exhaust every resource because what he's not going to do is concede. And that's just who he is. And we knew this. We knew this. So at the end of the day, process has to be followed through to the end of the cliff, till there's nowhere else to go. It's going to be followed through till there's nowhere else to go. Then we can move on to step two. So now, how do you feel about the people that say the vote, every vote counts? You were just saying he was all his feelings over here a minute ago about every vote counts.
Well, because I feel like when people I don't know. I just try to be fair with everyone and respect their decision to vote or not to vote. Mm-hmm. Do I think everyone should vote? Like I said, I do. But for me, the only reason why I wouldn't vote is if I feel like the system itself is very flawed, or
which it is.
Or if I feel like both parties, in my opinion, aren't worthy enough to step foot in the Oval Office. But then you have people that will hear that and say, oh, well, you just have to vote between the lesser of two evils. And I'm like,
who wants to do that?
But no, that's not what people claim that our ancestors died for. They died for your choice to vote, not just your right to vote. And you should be able to take it seriously. Now if a person says, "Oh, I'm not voting because I just don't feel like it" or whatever, well, I mean that's a totally different thing.
Right.
But to say that the people that don't vote and have valid reasons for not voting, you say, "Oh, well, they don't have the right to speak up on anything or say anything." First of all, I believe in God. And he's been around way before democracy was even thought of. So, yes, I do have the right to speak up on issues or whatever, whether I vote or not. No one is going to take that away from me because no one has a heaven or hell to put me in. So you're not going to bully me into voting or doing something that I don't feel like I need to do at that time. You don't know my relationship with God. He could have told people or whatever, hey, sit this one out. You never know. Um, but then also people that also say, you know, the people that don't vote, they don't have the right to say anything. So if you vote and you put someone in office that ends up destroying America, are you going to take responsibility for that because you helped put that person in office? Are you going to carry that cross? Or are you going to carry that burden? A lot of people will say no, or a lot of people haven't even thought that far. That's not even a thought in their head or whatever. So that's where I'm at with it. I started thinking that way once Bush got in office, when that whole state of ballots mysteriously came up missing.
Right.
Or whatever.
Man, that was crazy.
That's when I started to look at voting differently. And I was really young then. So, so that's been my mindset ever since. Now, did I vote? Yes, I have voted. I voted ever since I was able to vote. But that's only because I would vote because of my own personal reasons. But if I feel like the system is FUBAR, that means effed up beyond all recognition, I'm not voting. If I feel like both parties aren't capable of being in the Oval Office, I am not voting. And I would tell anybody to their face the reason why I'm not voting. And I don't care what you say. I really don't. Because you're not God. Point blank, and I just feel like people should respect other people's choices as far as if they vote or if they don't vote. So that's how I feel about
it. Yeah, I mean they should. Excuse me, I got this chicken in my mouth chewing. But I mean, I feel like this is just where we are in our country right now. And for one, people need to learn to be, I hate using this word, but tolerant of other people's views to an extent. I should want to mow you down with my car because you're a Trump supporter. Okay, right. Even though a lot of them do make you want to mow them down with your vehicle. I'm just saying, the ones I've encountered really have. But it shouldn't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I agree with what you like to do and you disagree with what I like to do, then we both just agree to disagree. And may the best man win. You know what I'm saying? People need to learn to be more civil and not want to push their agendas to the point of physical contact. You see what I'm saying? So, but definitely, I mean, man, this election has been crazy. So we'll probably be in this thing until close to Christmas. So we'll see how it goes,
sometime next year.
Yeah.
I am going to be posting funny things on Facebook.
You can follow his personal page, not on our Collage Squad page. Okay?
Yeah. I will be posting funny stuff, dad jokes, stuff like that, because I'm basically tired of this election. I've given energy I wasn't supposed to give to it. So I am stepping back from all of that. It's nothing but positive things and all that good stuff, because I can't change anybody. God has to do that. So the only thing I could do is stay positive, do what I need to do to protect my family. If things go south, people start acting crazy, then I will have to play, I guess, a concierge of sorts. I'll have to usher in folks into meeting Jesus. So
I'm paying him no mind. He was
It is what it
serious,
is.
but
Very serious. Very serious.
But anywho, well guys, this has been our talk for the morning. You know, welcome to our TED Talk. Okay, so remember to check out our other videos. Don't forget about our podcast. If you are listening on the podcast, thank you. And you know what I'm saying? Sign up. We have a Patreon.
Hey, it's time to hold it down.
We have a Patreon. So you know what I'm saying? Support us in the Patreon. And
Southside, baby.
This is why I can't think. So yeah, until next time, we'll try to get another video for you guys next week. Okay, so stay with us. All right, peace.